Art commissions, one of two things VTubers are spending money on apparently. The concept of buying a commission is simple. You give the artist a prompt, some money, and they provide their services, much like listing a hit. You need art of a character you don't see often and you either can't or don't want to draw them. Well, pay up and move the economy forwards. I personally don't have too much experience with ordering commissions myself, but by God, the small amount of experience I do have with doing so, I have loved it. There's no better feeling than reading that email saying that your artist just finished drawing the eyes of the artwork after 2 weeks of waiting. I love seeing the final product of my commission and getting it printed out and hung up on my walls. It made me feel like a rich aristocrat getting my walls painted with random stuff while people started outside my house. The actual process of getting a commission goes like this. You window shop for an artist you like, tell them your request, give them your money, and let them do their magic. Of course, within your request, you have to try and find references for what exactly you want. Prior to buying my first commission, I thought the big hurdle for me purchasing one was going to be money, but it ended up being references instead. It was way harder for me to actually figure out what exactly I wanted to commission because I struggled so heavily with finding out what exactly I wanted in the first place. I ended up giving them the 1-2 stickman special, which seemed to have worked. I've seen people online who've commissioned hundreds of pieces for their still waifu or esbando, and I just go and wonder how the hell they have the ability to come up with that many different pictures for their favorite fictional being. I wish I was that dedicated to something for once in my life. I'm pretty sure that they just send in 1-sentence prompts, which I also do, but each time I do it, it never feels like I say enough. It terrifies me. I also had this tick in me where I didn't want to commission any gacha game characters. This thought probably came to mind as I saw a lot of artists doing works on Genshin Impact. I wanted to avoid getting comps with gacha game characters because I thought that anytime I liked the character enough to get a comp with them, that it was just a phase. I went wrong somewhere. Another thing I should mention is that when I did find out what I wanted to commission, I had to spend a lot of time finding the right artist. Sometimes I would have to pass by an artist with great art and prices because I wanted to find someone with the perfect art style for my request. I use Twitter for all my artist window shopping, but nowadays there's also websites such as VGen and of course Skeb for easier browsing. I would like to note that I personally am not the biggest fan of Skeb. It's great for people who want to commission an artist that only speaks Japanese and makes the commissioning process seamless, but I think it makes commissioning an artist a bit too easy. There's not a lot of connecting to the artist themselves, which is what I personally enjoy when it comes to the commissioning process, even if the connection is just the occasional update and heart emoji. But to me, it's better than just sending in a request and only seeing the final product. Of course, there's no plenty of people, both artists and commissioners, who much prefer this solid communication. I absolutely get that, but it's not for me personally. Also, I have no idea what Skeb coin is. My first commission was of the character Castoria from Fate Go by the artist Hero. Just a basic pinup, but by God, the amount of excitement I felt from ordering my first commission was thrilling. Not a day would go by where I wouldn't think about the commission I bought. For my first commission, I wanted to go with something fairly simple to dip my toes into working with artists, and I think I did quite well here. I ended up getting it printed out at FedEx and got a frame at Target to hang it up. The second commission I purchased was of Kama, also from Fate Go, this time by Drowsy. I got this one right after my last commission to continue my feeling of excitement over waiting for another picture. I went with a similar concept to my last commission but with a higher budget compared to last time, and the final product was absolutely worth the value. This one I got printed off on a website called Frame It Easy. Not sure on how their quality is compared to getting it framed by a more well-known company, but they are quite cheap and they do print in oddball sizes. After this one, it took me quite a while for me to want to get another commission. After buying 2 in a row, my bank account consisted of 1 chunk. I also wanted to spend a long time figuring out what I wanted to get from my largest commission to fill in this hole in the wall. I wanted to make sure that I had a long, detailed plan for my next commission and I was willing to shell a pretty penny for it. I got this one impulsively. I got this commission a year after my last one, this one being of Blemishine from Arknights done by Arai. This one was my most expensive one and for good reason, as this one had a full-on landscape background and full body drawing, and I really like to hang it above the LGBT. I also got this one framed at frameiteasy.com, though I do wish it went for a bigger frame as I think it would make the picture look significantly better. Outside of commissioning artists on Twitter, I ended up finding some cool people at a convention I went to a while ago and got some commissions there. I first got this simple pen sketch of Blemishine on a sticky note and another more polished portrait of Blemishine. My favorite Arknights character is Nian, and that is all the artworks I've commissioned in the past. Will I ever stop? Definitely not. I still love the feeling of getting money to artists I like for a service. I still want to find a nice backdrop for my room since that hole is making my room kinda cold, but since I'm moving pretty soon anyways, there's no need to rush. I got some artists I'm thinking about, but since I don't have a clear visual idea on what I want yet, I can wait on my commission. So what's next for me in my commissioning adventure? Probably VTuber model. I think this gag is done.